Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to El Toro Dice Club. El Toro here. So, little foo bars. In my YouTube, experiments, apparently I have ingeniously deleted a bunch of videos. I'm not sure how, trying to create a playlist, but somehow I did it. So anyway, I'm going to remake these El Toro 200s and start all over. I guess I did all but one. So what we got here basically is $100 or $200 buy-in, and I believe that this is the minimum anybody should buy into the table with. You know, and it's a $5 table. So I believe that's probably going to be the minimum you can buy in with. So we're going to kind of start the program up, see how it works. For those of you who keep asking me about dice sets, what I'm using to do my throw, there it is. Nomad. It's just basically the 3635 dice set. And again, I use it because it works for me. It doesn't always work, I will say that. But the majority of the time, on all my outings, that right there will work. So we're going to play our all tall small today, $5. Since I am the shooter, I'm also playing a $5 pass line bet. This $5 is going to cover my 2-1-2 for the all tall small. And a $5 pass line bet is if I roll a 7, it's up or down, so it'll wash that, okay? So we're going to get started, and since I am the shooter, and I did this a little differently on my last El Toro 200s. My El Toro 200, the last ones I had, was showing you how you should play. And I think a lot of folks got a little confused with what my methodology is. So this is how I play. I play working on a come out roll. And the way to do this for me is just like this. Okay? We're gonna hit a number. Then we're going to bring that number and bring the odds down behind the table. Or behind my pass line, sorry. Okay, so I got the dice. Dice are out. And here I go. Also, by the way, I'm working on getting a couple of cameras. They're going to be GoPros. So they are quite expensive. So that everybody knows they're not cheap, especially for just, you know, shooting, putting them on the table. Since I don't do much active sports. Okay, there we go. We got a hard 8, so that's my point. First thing we're going to do is we're going to mark that 8. Our point's going to become an 8. Since those are on, 6 pays 7, and this is coming down, we're going to put odds behind our pass line bet. Okay? Now also, because my point is an even number, we're going to go ahead and get a hard 8. Okay, so far hopefully everybody's following me. This is a real easy strategy to learn. It's nothing complicated. It doesn't require a bunch of writing and note taking and bringing papers to the casino. It's pretty easy. And you don't have to play it this particular way. I mean, you could really go inside if you want, you know, and play heavy on one number. But again, if you guys have watched all my other videos, 5, 8, and 9 happen to be my numbers. I will roll them with more consistency than the others. All right, there we go, 5, 3, 8. So my hard 8's down. That was a quick and easy point. Wow, a little too fast. That's the thing about them, right? Oh, I gotta get paid back here. That. Okay, and we're going to pick up our bets. We're going to start all over, and we are set. Okay, because the 8 hit, and that's my point, let me go back up on it, and we're on, we're working, okay? Kind of starts out the same way every time. No real variation. You just load up and go, and then start pulling it. Ooh, goodness gracious. I love that. That was a nice hit. That was a nice hit right there, y'all. 415, we're gonna mark that 5. I didn't add that up there. Okay. There's my bet. We're gonna regress down to the table minimum. And we're gonna put our odds behind on the 5. Oh, wait a minute, what am I doing? This all comes down. And my odds go back behind the 5, so my point's 5. Since it's not an even number, we're not going to get any kind of hard ways. I don't play them. So that's the basic of the strategy, right? We hit it. We hit my heavy number, so now we're almost paid for. I just need a couple more hits, and we'll be in good shape. Now again, the program's a little different for when you got a random shooter too, right? You got to be real careful with what's out there. You got to be real careful going in and jumping heavy. 6, 5, 11. There's my 11. So on a random shooter, you got to be real careful. And those of you who are not real comfortable with your bankrolls, maybe you leave out the 4 and 10, right? You just play the 6, 8, and 9. Just play inside. So you'll be playing $25 on one of the 4 numbers, and then another, $18 or $17 on the rest, or however you want to do it, right? There's no real true strategy here. I mean, it's a strategy, it's a betting plan, but for me, because I know my numbers so well, I bet heavy on that 5 for a reason. Oh yeah, so we when I throw an extreme, a 2, 3, 11, 12, I go ahead and bet the field. I'm not a big field better, but that's the only time I'll actually put it out there. A lot of times folks will hit the horn. And I like hitting them in 2s, but for me, if I get paid the 15 to 1, great. If I don't, no big deal. Chances are it's going to be a 5, or a 6 or an 8 field number. But if it is an extreme, which in this case, oh no, it's not, almost. If it's not another extreme, then obviously you're going to lose that field bet. But in this case, we rung in the 4. It is not one of your horn bets. So field bet's going to pay even money. The 4 is going to pay 9. So I'm going to get 10 for 1. So I'll drop my dealer $1. He'll give me 10. And we're going to bring this up, because we're going to go ahead and take our first bet. Oh, got to mark my 4. That's right. I think I'm doing this right. All right. Now we are on the casino money at this point. We're pretty safe. We're not way out there yet, but we're just getting started. Okay? Now again, don't let the excitement of the table push you guys to do things that you don't normally do. Okay? You're going to see a lot of guys that are going to say, they hit the 12, and they all of a sudden called it and they got lucky. Or something went their way and they really just nailed it. Don't go crazy for all that stuff. It's not really the way to go. All right, again, 2 for 1. We're going to go ahead and bump it up 1 unit and bring this 5 back up. So we're always going to try to bring something into our chip rack, because that's what you want to do. You always want to see profits coming up. You always want to see profits coming up. It's never fun when you just press, and you're not really making any kind of money. It's not good for your ego, and it's definitely not good for your bankroll. Oh, that was terrible. It slid right out of my hands. Guys, again, my grip is so light. Sometimes I grip them too light, and it comes in and it just slides. All right, so 2, 3, 11, 12, that is an extreme. It's not a point hit, so I bet the field. Again, a lot of guys are going to look at, they look at me kind of crazy and go, why are you betting the field? I might as well just bet the horn, because if it comes in, it's going to come in at 15, 30, 30. You know what? I get it. I get it all. I'm just not a big horn bet guy, It's the same concept. Honest to God, it really is. You could modify it if you want, make it your own. This is just kind of how I play. You know, if you want to bet field bets every time you see it, it's not a bad practice. You know, because right now, let's say I hit a 2 or 12. You know what? I just missed out on all that extra money. Yeah, you're right. I sure did. Shame on me. But that's just how I play. What I've seen in the past, it doesn't always turn out that way. Of course, as I say that. Wow. What are the odds? What are the odds? Holy smokes. Well, we at least get paid double on that, right? We get paid double. That would have been a 30-to-1 hit. So we missed out a big hit right there. Yes, we did. We sure did. But guess what, guys? Get excited here. Look, all I got left is a 6 and the smalls. That's all I need. And then we're home free right there. And for sure I'm on casino money. For sure I'll be on casino money. Now, a lot of guys here at this point, you know, hey, see, I told you so. This is why you should bet it. Yeah, you know what? You are 100% correct, and it's 100% your bets. It's your money. Do what you want to do with it, right? If I lose out, I lose out. I make so much more money doing other things. I don't rely on those one-time hits, right? Play the way you feel comfortable. You know, and quite honestly, I might even change that to maybe going to the horn. I don't know, but so far I have never had success, you know, playing that. All right, here we go. Get excited, guys. Look at that. We hit our all smalls. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, that pays. It's my first hit on that, so we're just going to bring it back. Now, in a casino, these are basically going to pay immediately. They don't wait and hold them. They pay them right then and there. They'll stop everything on the table and start counting out everybody who's got the all smalls right there. So on my particular table, it shows 35 for 1. I believe most tables are 30 to 1. This was one of those errors and mistakes I made when I wasn't going through my entire felt during the layout process. So it should really be 30 here and then 150 as opposed to 176. But you know, hey, it is what it is. We'll go ahead and pay it at 30 to 1. I'll pay it shorter. So I've got 60 bucks coming my way. Just like that. And this goes to the casino. So we've hit our all smalls. Now we're definitely on casino money. So guess what we're going to start doing at this point? We're going to start pressing everything. Now, in the U.S., and I believe this is the only place that right now currently I know of that has the all tall small, or what's called an ATS or a feature bet. The U.S., it stops, as far as I know. In Canada, I know for a fact, they leave your money here and they continue to go. It does not count towards the all talls a second time around, only once. So you can very well hit this 2 times. So just to let you guys know, if you ever decide to take a trip up to, you know, Canada outside of Michigan or something, Windsor is the spot. Nice place. So anyway, here we go. So we've hit our all smalls. We've got left a 9, 10, and 12 on our all tall, which will make everything happen. Oh goodness, that sucks. Well, bound to happen. At least we hit one of them, right? It was profitable, 527. So they're going to wash it down. They're going to wash your table down. Say, all right, here we go. It's all done. You know, not a bad deal. Okay, not a bad deal. We at least hit some of the smalls. We actually did hit all the smalls, which was good. Made some money. We're on casino money at this point. We had several rolls. That's the basic strategy. I know the first ones I did were super, super long. The first videos I made, they were all like 40 minutes. And I guess I was just starting out, so I didn't know exactly what to do here. Honest to God, I wasn't even expecting viewership. That's really what it was about. I designed it. I actually started doing this was, you know, for me, and I said, you know what, let me just put something out there that I think needs to come out in the community. I've never seen it before. And you know what? Sure enough, I guess we needed it because I got quite a bit of little viewers, you know, and thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. I do my best. I've gotten a little bit better this time since the first couple of times, you know, doing this. So just kind of, I don't know, just kind of taking it one deal at a time, if you will. All right, here we go. Another come out roll. We're gonna go ahead and set myself back up again, just like before. I probably should have just left this in here. If you play long enough with your dealers, or if you frequent a place long enough, they're gonna get to know you, and they're gonna get to know exactly how you bet. So chances are they probably wouldn't even have taken that down, right? What they would have said was, are you gonna come back on your typical come out roll and have everything working? And I would have said yes. He would have said, drop me a quarter, and he would have given me change back on the 5. That's all he would have done. Or actually, he probably would have put, I would have given him $26. He would have put the quarter on the 5 and then put the hat on my 8, right? That's basically all he would have done. So here we are. Mine are working, even though this is off. I don't have my lammers. I do have to order them. I am ordering those. I'm ordering dice. I'm ordering a couple other things here for the table, since I've, I just bought it for me so I could sit here and practice by myself. But now that I'm doing YouTube videos, I get a lot of good positive feedback, but I also do get quite a bit of criticism that says, hey, your bets aren't showing on, or you're counting out a little different, or something, whatever. Yeah, I make a lot of mistakes. Again, not really a dealer and stuff. So here we go, dice out. And I try to minimize them. I try to minimize my mistakes. Here we go, 4, 2, 6. 6 it is. Okay, that's going to be my point. This is going to pay me. I'm going to get a hard 6 with this. This is going to go down behind, and I'm bringing 2 chips up. There we go. So now, all I got to do is make that 6. And with any luck, I'm going to make the all talls or the all smalls, or hopefully even both on one of these videos. Again, I like to do that so y'all can see it. Not everybody shoots the way I do. This, again, it works. You got to really look at your shooters. Study your shooters. Don't just drop your money out here, right? Look at your shooter. I mean, maybe even sit there and play just a 6 and 8 and a pass line bet. Sometimes what I will do, so that everybody knows, when I'm down here at the end, if there's nobody else, I'll let the dice go all the way around until it gets to the guy or 2 guys in front of me. If those guys are out there playing and I see somebody on a pretty good roll, I'll probably put it out there. But the rule at my casino is I've got to have some action to the guy before me. So 2 guys before me, I go ahead and I'll play a 6 and 8, I'll play the all tall small, and that's about it, right? Or I will play the don't pass. So I just go ahead and play it, and just minimal, just so I have some kind of action going out there. And then I'll put $1 on all the hard ways or something, and then parlay them. Just let them grow. I mean, why not? It's just a $1 bet. I'll recoup 1 or 2 hits, and then I'm pretty much on even money, and then I don't worry about it after that. So anyway, here we go. Back to the game. Got to get the 6, and we did. There we go. Hard 6. So this one comes in. It's gonna be $10 for the 1. I'm bringing it. I'm bringing it back up because I'm done with it. Made my point. Oh, I gotta get paid behind. That's right. Here. Finito. And that was another 6. Dang. Two quick, easy hits, back to back. All right. Now I got to go ahead and relight my 6 with my number, like this, because we got a come out roll going. Okay. And I'm hoping to spank the 5 again. Right. Again, it's one of my numbers that I hit routinely, so I go heavy on it. Again, I don't typically roll a 4, 6, or 10. That's why I choose the 5, 8, or 9. As I've done all my throwing and tracking and everything I can possibly do to know what I throw, 5 seems to be the consistent winner of numbers that I throw. It always seems to be that one. There we go. Got a little bit better at this too. All right, that's 4, 2, 6. So I'm going to relight that 6 once again. gonna do that again. I'm working, so we're gonna get a hard 6 again. This is going behind. This is going up in my chip rack. Now again, from the previous sessions, each one's a standalone session, by the way. Kind of look at it like that. From the previous sessions, we're still up because we did hit that all tall. Not up by a bunch. I mean, it's a $2 bet, but hey, it's got the highest payout of any bet that I've seen on the table right now. I mean, other than the horn bet, you know, aces or big red up or black or what the heck you call that? Midnight. All right, here we go. Dice out. What am I doing? No, we're just gonna shoot. Well, that was way too high, just so everybody knows. But once again, we got our hard 6. All right, so we're nailing this 6 for whatever reason that I typically do not hit. That's my bet here. Made our point again. Okay, paid out, and we are coming out once again. Now, I know this might look easy. I might be making it look too easy. It doesn't always happen like this, guys, at the craps table. But the reason I can do it like this is because I practice a lot. You know, I couldn't even tell you how many. Well, maybe I can. Let's see. I may practice these dice shooting from the same spot over and over and over again for at least an hour to 2 hours a day. Not at one sitting, though, I will say that. Morning, I'll get up, have some coffee, chill out, relax. Throw a dice, see what happens. Take the afternoon, do what I gotta do. Come back at night, do another 20, 30 minutes. Go watch a TV show with my wife. That's a 9, by the way. Go watch a TV show with my wife. Then after that, get back to the table. It's either video day, or it's either I'm learning how to edit day too, by the way, or it's you know, just practice day. Gosh, sorry guys, I'm doing too much talking. I keep forgetting what the heck I'm doing here. All right, here we go. Behind on the 9. All right. So anyway, I'm spending quite a bit of time in doing this, and I'm doing it for you guys. So I appreciate you guys liking and subscribing to the videos. It means a lot to me. You know, it at least means that what I'm doing is helping everybody. It's at least showing people what can be done. You know, what you're capable of doing if you just put your mind to it. You know, I've had a lot of you guys too, and hey, this is awesome too. I've had a lot of you guys that say, hey, you know what, I'd like to try this as a second income. Ooh, be careful. If you're single, then you don't have to check with anybody. But if most of you viewers are married, like I think you are, like I am, you better really check with your significant other before you start, you know, throwing out your, you know, $200 every time you go up to the casino. Because that $200 eventually will turn into $400, which then turns into $500. And then before you know it, you've got a sickness. So if you're an addicting personality type, like me, for example, you invest in something like either a table, build a table. If you like wood shop, build it yourself without a wood. If you don't know how to build one, go buy one somewhere. If you don't buy a full table because your wife doesn't like the way it looks, it's just a giant eyesore, or you don't have the room, get a half table or get a practice rig. Do something that's going to keep your hands on these dice. It's going to keep you finding your fluid motion and your dice set. So work on that, right? Ooh, jeez, I slipped out of my hand again. Wow. Find something that's going to make you practice at home for free instead of going to the casino and practicing while you're at the casino. God, I am murdering this 6, y'all. Wow, maybe I should, so look here. So here's what you gotta think, right? I normally hit this 5, but for some reason I'm getting a half a turn off. I'm not getting the turns on this thing. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my head, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna swap my 5 to 6. We're gonna go 30 on the 6, bring 5 to the 5. Because I've been hitting that 6, I wanna recoup some money. I've lost a couple rolls. In this case, 5 6s I've lost. You gotta use your head here too, guys. Anyway, I'll just go throw that out there. So anyway, practice at home before you practice on the casino with real money. Now, what I just did there, guys, you need to think. And you got to keep your head clear. If not, you're not going to think clearly how to do this. You're logically not going to think that. You're going to think the 5's going to come in. Well, if you're throwing 6s, for whatever reason, I'm throwing a bunch of 6s, a number I don't typically throw, I think that's probably a good move. Now, watch, my 5's going to hit. Because I chase the number, that 5 will hit. Well, I guess it did. But again, you got to think about what you're doing. If this number here is hitting, and it's hitting, I mean, it's obvious, it's hitting, there's 5 of them, then I need to get on here. For whatever reason, I should be there. All right, that's an extreme hit, y'all. Ace deuce. I put mine in the field. You guys can put yours on the horn if you wish. Not a problem. Again, do what you want, make it your own. I've just come up with a plan that tells me, hey, listen, if you do it this way, you're going to get on the casino money as fast as you can, and you're going to make money doing it. I mean, on a $5 table, you're not going to make a ton of money. But at least you're not going to go home a loser, right? If you play it properly and you do it right, you're not going to go home a loser. You might come home with a little bit of dough. There we go. Not a horn number, not a horn bet, is it? Again, that's why I choose these numbers. I just like to do this. It's going to be 10 for 1. I like the field when it comes to just doing that. Just because you never know. And also, too, I'll tell you this. I am not a superstitious kind of guy. I can tell you, the guy next to me could be telling his buddy, hey, let's go to 7-Eleven and get some gas. Well, I'm not superstitious to where that number 7 being said is going to affect me, nor is it going to change the dynamic of this table. Again, I've said it in all other videos too, right? The shooter is not a hot or a cold shooter. It's a lucky shooter. In my case, I'm a practiced shooter. I've practiced. The 7, saying the 7 at the table, just dispel that right now, guys. I know everybody says, well, sure, shit, it's going to come. Well, yeah, it's going to come. It comes, you know, depending on what your dice throws are, it's going to come 3, 4, or 5, or even 6 times out of 36 total rolls. Well, if it comes, if you're a 6, if you're a average shooter, after the 3rd roll, after that 3rd time you throw the dice, you're going to make a 7. I mean, bottom line. If you're a 4, 7, you know, you roll 4 7s out of 36, no problem. You know, you better start planning on changing up your dice roll a little bit, right? That's the 8. After 8 rolls, you're pretty much there. Or roll number 8, you're going to get there. So how do you do that? Well, I got a couple videos out there, which is just 36 dice roll probability. That means grab dice. Don't worry about how many 7s you throw. You want to find out how many 7s you actually throw. That's what you're trying to do out of 36 rolls. And you're going to see, you're trying to find a baseline. Where are you? And don't do it just once. Do it multiple times. Right? So if you throw 36 rolls 10 times, that means you've rolled 360 times. Okay? Out of 360 times, look at there. What kind of a decision was that? Who made that decision? Who made that decision? Anyway, out of 360 rolls, you're going to know a couple things. You're going to know what are your primary numbers, right? You guys want to know what your numbers are. You don't care what my numbers are unless you're at the table with me and I'm shooting. But you're going to know what your numbers are. So
you figure that part out. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to take all your 360 rolls and you're going to say, how many 7s did I roll out of those 360? You're going to divide that out and say, okay, 7 divided by 360 is X, and that is your number. So if you're a 5-7 shooter, 5 rolls, then you know that after roll number 4, you may want to consider turning your bets off because you haven't hit enough times to break even. Okay? All right, guys, now here's what I'm doing. You're probably going to wonder, why in the heck are you regressing? Because that's part of my strategy. Doesn't matter whether I hit this over and over and over again 6 times, right? Here's why. I got 7, 8, 9, 10. Got 10 rolls here. I may hit a 7 here. You never know, right? I may hit a 7. You never know, right? One can never be too sure. So part of my strategy is recoup the numbers and then start building it. Now from here that I've got all the money back and I'm on casino money, we're going to start building these up. We're going to build them up. There's a smart way to do it, and we're going to do that. So anyway, know your numbers. That's the trick of this whole thing. Know your numbers. If you don't know your numbers, you're just throwing darts at a dartboard with a blindfold on. You're going to hope you hit the target. Okay? You're just going to hope you hit the target. I don't think I've been marking everything, but I hope I have. I just got to remember, I got to double check. Oh, and also so that you guys know, I do not know still to this day how to edit these damn videos. I have no idea. I'm working on titles, I'm working on thumbnails, I know that. But I don't know how to cut and paste yet. I had my buddy help me out that knows how to put music and works in a different system, so I did that. But hey, I'm trying to do all this myself so I don't have to rely on anybody. Number one. 2, it's expensive to pay them for nothing. All right, guys, let's get this 9. Actually, you know what? I need an 8 and a 12, or a 2 and a 4. There we go. There's an 8. There's our 8. Got the 8. Got our 8. See? Look at there. I know I've said 7 about 1,000,000 times during this video, and told you I'm not a superstitious kind of guy. All you guys are probably just, he said 7. Oh my gosh. It doesn't really do much. All right, so now I need a 12. So here's one of the things I did not discuss in my other videos, but I've started looking at it, right? You guys probably know Vince Armenti. He's got a hedge to press strategy that works really good, I mean, for this kind of situation. So we're looking at a 2 and 4 on the all smalls, and we've got just a 12. His strategy called, and I downloaded it from him so I could see it. His strategy says, at this point, if all you have is the 12, you should be hopping the 7s. Well, okay. Hop the 7s, you got to pay, it's probably $5 a piece. It's going to pay you 15 for one, or 15 to one that's out there. So maybe that works. I don't know. It definitely will cover what's here. I know that. If you roll a 7. If I roll a 12, then it pays my 30 to 1, which is good. I got $2 out there, but it gets paid 70. So it's kind of the hedge, I think, is what how the theory goes, right? You're going to make a little bit of money, but not a lot. But nonetheless, you're not going to lose anything, really. I mean, you're going to hedge your bet, basically, is what it is. So I still have to look into it and understand it a little bit more so I get the proper math down. But I don't know how it would work in this case with these bets being as small as they are. For me, I probably wouldn't even mess with it, just because, right? All right, starting to light up my 8 a little bit. Okay, on the 8 we got 12. I'm gonna go ahead and take this. Right? Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and take this up. We'll press the next one. Again, this video is running a little bit long. I don't know if it's because I'm talking too much or I'm throwing too much, but either case, this is going to be the end of it once we hit our point, I think, or if we 7 out, one or the other. I'd like to continue. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to make this a long damn video. I appreciate you guys hanging with me too. You know, watching this whole thing. It's really interesting. I mean, because you're seeing the whole thing as it goes down. It'd be really neat. It'd be really neat when you see how much is up here. Just walking in with $200. Damn, I gotta get a whole nother die. All right, let me track this. All right, that's 7 6s, by the way, guys. 7 6s. Yes, had I had the $30 on there, I would have gotten paid more. Yes, you are correct. But that's okay. Now, what the heck? That was a horrible press. You know what? Hold on before you dealers start killing me. Look, start it out like this, guys. They're going to pay you your 7. This is how you pay that bet. Because I'm on casino money, guys, I'm very relaxed. And that's how you guys need to think about it. Too many guys get stressed out. When you're stressed out, it translates all the way through your body, all the way down to your hands. I mean, it's crazy, but it does. So you got to remember, this is not your 401ks. This is not your life savings. It's none of those things. And for those of you guys who are saying, hey, I want to try this part-time, I know I started on that like an hour ago. For those of you that want to do this part-time, you better bring only part-time wages with you. You know, so if you make $200 a day income, then you better bring like 50 bucks. There's my 7. You better bring $50 to the casino. And some of you say, well, shit, I won't be able to do anything with $50. Well, that's right. You won't. So save it up until the next time you can go to the casino. You know what I mean? All right, there we go. Let's count them out just so you guys know. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. There's 14 plus the 7, 15 rolls. That was on this second session. What I had on the table, that's 9. What we had on the table was 25, 50, $69. So we lost 69 bucks. I say so we lost, right? That's a lot of money. I hate losing money, period. I hate losing $1. You know, we all work hard for it. And again, this is my profession and this is what I do. I don't like losing nothing. Now, here's the fun part. We're gonna count what's up in this chip rack so y'all can see what happens when you buy in with $200 and you play the program correctly. I think that's accurate right there. All right. 10, 20. 20 right there. There's 20. 20 plus 5 is a quarter. Right? That's 100. Let's pull the black chip one out. There's 75. There's 75. And we're going to bust this up. 300 bucks. All right, here we go. Bought in with 200. Walk away with 212. So not bad, doubled our bankroll. Now if you wanted to keep playing something, and if I had made more money here, this is all I would play, right? Does that make sense? I'm gonna keep what I came to do. I'll play with the rest. Now I can go take this $12 and go put it in a slot machine or something. Or if your goal was to only win half of your bankroll, then you have $112 that you can do something with. Either continue to play, and this will be all you lose, and you'll walk away with $100 profits, okay? For me, I've reached my goal, I'm good. Guess what? That goes to the boys right there. Take it, have fun. Now, throughout the whole deal, by the way, I've probably been, I would be tipping these guys. But since it was me doing all the work, I didn't really tip myself. So tip your dealers. So guys, that's it. I appreciate it. I'll continue to put out a few more. This is, again, the Toro 200. I apologize. I completely shucked out all the other videos. I don't know why or what I did wrong, but I screwed it up completely. Lost all of them. So anyway, guys, appreciate it. Like, subscribe. Peace.